What's up, traders? Welcome to another multi-time frame analysis update on gold. Today I'll be showing you guys exactly what to expect from gold throughout this rest of this week and also next week. Plus, I will show you guys basically where to enter into the market and get into the market so that you can profit with us here at GFX. Now, let me start my analysis from the monthly time frame because we do a multi-time frame analysis. We start from the monthly, weekly, daily, 4 hour, and then of course the 4 hour is for an entry. Let's look at it from a multi-time frame analysis and hope you guys enjoy the video. Now, if you look at the market from this area over here, the market started a very big push to the upside from this area, and this is what we can look for throughout the next week. Market made a nice push to the upside. It then made a correction to the downside. Now, after market makes a correction to the downside, we expect the market to make a bigger push to the upside in order to create a higher high. Now, if you have a look on the monthly time frame, that's exactly what gold did. Gold made a nice push to the upside. It then made a very nice correction to the downside in order to grab more liquidity in this area for that next push to the upside. So what we have, a very simple pattern: impulse, correction, and impulse on the monthly time frame. So what we want to do actually on this commodity, we would like to take our Fibonacci from the low over here to the high of this impulse over here in order for us to get information on where the next push to the upside would be. So if we take our Fibonacci from the low over here all the way to the high, you can clearly see that the market has not yet retraced to the 382 Fibonacci taken on the monthly. Now, if you look at the 382 and you look left, you can clearly see that the market had previous resistance in this area. When the market will reach this area, this is a previous resistance area. When the market will reach this area, it will then become support. So this is a good trading opportunity to look for a long-term buy if the market holds this area. So we have our downside target, and we would like to see the market reach this downside target. Right? So the monthly time frame, we can still expect some more push to the downside before there is a next push to the upside. Looking on the 1 week time frame, if we look at the weekly time frame, you can clearly see that the market had a very nice price action. It made this high over here. It then made a low high over here, lower high again, low high, and eventually started making this push to the downside. Plus, we have a very good confluence with this trend line that the market respected and loved to respect throughout these last couple of weeks. You can see clearly that the market had respected this area very nicely in the past, and it respected it again yesterday and the day before. So where is the next area that we should be looking for and to get into the market in order for us to get some good profits? If you look at the 1 week time frame, it's quite clear and simple to see that the market had previous support over here. This is a very strong area that the market struggled to break. Over here it was previous support, over here it was previous support as well. But now that the market has broken below, okay, the market has not yet closed below this area yet, but what we would like to see is the market close below and make a retest and then further continuation to the downside. So let me explain to you guys a little bit more simple terms. If you go down on the daily time frame, it's quite clear and simple to see that the market is now starting a push to the downside. Let me show you. So if you go down on the daily time frame, it's quite clear and simple. Like I said to you guys, the market had been respecting this trend line for quite a number of days, and we expect the market to keep respecting this area. So we have our downside target over here. What we would like to see, guys, what we would like to see with gold, first of all, when the market makes an impulse to the downside, as it did in this area over here, with this big red candle, if the market makes a nice impulse to the downside, we can expect automatically a correction. Okay, we want to see a correction in order for the market to grab more liquidity for a push further down south. So the market had created a nice impulse to the downside here. Now we expect the market to come up and retrace so that we can get a bigger push to the downside. So basically, if you look at it from a price action point of view, you can clearly see that the market had previous support here, which it struggled very, very much to actually break. Over here, we had previous support here, and then all along these lines, you can see there is a previous support. Now that the market has broken previous support, we can expect the market to find a resistance once the market will reach back to this area for the next push down south. So on the daily time frame, it's quite clear and simple to see what we need to wait for. We need to wait for the market to come back to this area. Once the market will come back to this area, then on the 4 hour time frame, I will be looking with students for our next entry. Previous support, now turn resistance is a very, very simple concept in the market, and we can expect the market to respect this. As well, if you take your Fibonacci from the high over here, if you take the Fibonacci from the high of this impulse to the low of the impulse, you'll be able to see the nice information that the Fibonacci would give you. High of the impulse to the low of the impulse, you can see that the market has not yet retrace to any of the Fibonacci levels. So we can expect the market always to respect the strong levels on the Fibonacci, which is the 61.8 and the 382. We want to see the market at least reaching to these areas before the next push to the downside. So in these areas on the 4 hour time frame, you'll be waiting for a good selling opportunity with a very good risk reward and a good possibility trade. Now, if you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the like button, hit the follow button, and let me know in the comments area if you guys have any questions. Thank you very much for your support, and I will see you guys in the next analysis.